People sometimes ask us why we do this magazine. A couple of summers ago, I was looking at the spectacular 8th century Irish Book of Kells in the library at Trinity College, Dublin, and remembered what a scholar once said about most of the books made before the 18th century, including other beautiful manuscripts like the one I was looking at, copied and illuminated by craftsman monks. In a world where the overwhelming majority of people were illiterate, where war, disease, and starvation repeatedly ravaged populations, most titles vanished, eaten by bugs, used as kindling or toilet paper. During part of that same period, however, some books were chained to benches in university libraries, and the ownership of even a few personal books was the sign of a well-off student. Unlike other items produced by great human effort, literature is this way, either worth almost nothing or invaluable. Depending on the reader, a book may be trash or it may be part of the priceless core of the human record. It has little intrinsic value, as that term is used in economics. What value it has derives from the skill and the effort put into it. If there was a device capable of sensing the toil, the sheer weight of working time that goes into the human-made objects around us, it would need to be calibrated to a very high scale indeed before being employed in a library, where each shelf of 30 or 40 books represents a lead block of labor years. This suggests a related fact about literary writing and publishing that makes it hard to place within a simple economic model. As an organization, the Missouri Review works very hard at efficiency. However, the amount of labor that goes into every issue makes it necessarily an inefficient product. This applies to the best managed magazines. To begin with, the business and the editing side of literary magazines is time consuming, since each issue is a unique anthology of authors, requiring more dealings and a greater variety of editing skills than are necessary for single authored books. We use short print runs, which results in higher costs per magazine. For us and the other true open submission magazines, there are hundreds of manuscripts to read for every one that's published. To fill each issue requires going through some 3,000 submissions, and we make it our ongoing cause to try to read all of them fairly. The bulk of the work, however, begins with the authors themselves, many of whom are sending us the third or fourth version of a piece they've been working on for months. One recently accepted story was over 10 years in the making, and another we published went through 14 revisions before arriving at our office. If one were to consider the time it takes to write the many manuscripts that we read but don't publish as part of what makes this magazine, as it is given that we consider every submission, then each issue is built from about 1,000 years of human work. But no matter how one keeps the accounts, it is a fact that a staggering amount of effort goes into this modest product. If efficiency is putting minimum effort into creating a product with maximum market value, we aren't efficient and never could or would want to be. Of no fixed value, often before our time, and the authors we publish by virtue of our editorial policy, inefficient. All of us on the staff of the Missouri Review do sometimes wonder why we're doing this. I think the best reasons are merely the converse of all these things, because genuine literary work needs a place to roost, because so incredibly few writers tumble down that rabbit hole to success they deserve, because contemporary publishing practices are so likely to harm writers that we don't need plagues and wars and famines to harm our literature, because for our staff there is a mysterious pleasure in devoting ourselves to publish the next Nobel Prize or Pulitzer Prize or National Book Award winner. all of which we have done before. Yet it can't be for such recognition that we go to work. We go to work because someone else out there, against all the odds, is writing something beautiful or moving or fine, and we want them to know there's a home for it.